Hello, it's Dolly. Welcome to my channel, Scrapping on the Go. This process video is for May I Scraplift You, put on by Crystal over at Pineapple Papers. For day 13, she selected Weeping Willow scraps from Instagram. Then each of us ladies that choose to play along with Crystal get to go over there and select a layout that we personally want to scrap lift. I selected this black, gray, and white layout to scrap lift, and here are the products that I chose from my scraps. The first thing that I did was select the layout. Next, I chose my photograph, which is of my little guy, first year of middle school, first year playing viola, and this is his first concert put on by a local high school, or that they put on at a local high school. He was quite nervous. And when he gets really nervous, he gets really quiet, and then he just wants to be left alone. So I snapped this photograph from a distance, and it turned out pretty good from my phone, so I was happy. So this is the memory that I'm going to document using these products. So in here is all my embellishment pieces. So I've got a lot of black, gray, and white. So we have ribbon, and we got shimmer trim or glitter trim, tabs and circles and stars and tags, or not tags, cards. One's already pre-punched with the notebook punch, and I also have this frame. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to use all of this. I just went grabbing products that went with what I am scrap lifting. And then I have some Felicity Jane puffy elements. Then I have these little music notes that I picked up at Hobby Lobby by Paper Studio. There's some tabs and tags and frames. So we're just going to slide all this over to the left, and a heart, little white bow, and then I have some scrap papers here, some more ribbon or silver trim scrap paper. Then I have this title that says orchestra, and then my foundation layer is a Bow Bunny 12 by 12 paper called Tuxedos, and it was released in 2019. Alright, so as usual for this series, because I'm doing it a little bit different so that I can make sure that I scrap lift all 29 individuals and post every day. So what I do is pause my video, create my layout, and come back and show you the final layout and go over my process. I also got out, just one last thing, these stickles in this, what color is this called? I think it's just silver. I don't know. Glitter. It's glitter gel in silver. My thought is to put that glitter gel all over this title. All right, so I'm going to pause my video, create my layout, and come back. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I am back and ready to reveal my final layout, scrap lifting Weeping Willow scrap. As you know, when I gathered all my supplies, I stuck with the gray, white, and black concept. And then I had a bunch of embellishments, and now I'm going to show you how I used them for this layout. All right, first let me point out, in her layout, she has a single banner at the top and a double banner at the bottom. I did not do that. I did do a cluster in the lower right. I did a cluster in the upper left-hand corner. So let me show you. All right, the reason why I didn't do this banner, it was feeling too heavy for me. And my little guy is actually leaning up against a wall, so I wanted to bring in that feeling. And so therefore I took my strips here that was with my little kit that I put together to scrap lift this layout, and I put it over at the side at an angle. And then I only slightly angled the photograph. So I used everything that was in this kit. Now I do want to point out, when I double matted my photograph, the opposite side of this paper was a black and white, or it was kind of an off-white with arrows. When I flipped it over, it had that little bit of a wood grain, which my little guy's viola has, you know, wood in it. And I thought, oh, that works perfect. And then I used that corrugated black paper, and that pops it off the page. I love using corrugated paper like that. I wish there was more of a selection out there. It's really kind of hard to find, and a great substitute to use instead of like the fun foam that you can find to pop your photographs up. So anyway, love using that. So here I have my strips of paper here. Now she has two, and I do have two strips of paper torn at different locations, and then I added this shimmer trim in silver from Close to My Heart. All right, so of course I don't have that banner at the bottom, but I have my cluster. Her cluster is more to the lower right corner. Mine is in the lower right corner, pushed over towards the photograph. Here I've got my little cluster going on here with additional gray puffy stars. Then up here, she did not have a separate cluster because she had that banner going across, and I still want to draw your attention up here, so I added shimmer trim in black from Close to My Heart, this little tag, which I think is an old Felicity Jane, from an old Felicity Jane collection. Not 100% positive, but the feel and the look screams Felicity Jane. Then I added another cluster of stickers of a star and a heart to mimic that right here. And then for my title here, my main, or for, I'm sorry, it's not my whole title. For the word orchestra, I cut this out from my Cricut using white cardstock. Then I added the stickles on top of it, let it dry. Now the glitter gel stickles, boy, I say that 100 times, take, where I live, about 2 hours to dry. So I did have to like set it aside and let it dry. Then I came back with my, well, let me grab it here, my Jane Davenport watercolor, and used the Dove color, and then kind of did this little bit of ombre look right here. And then I added a little bit of the unicorn white and gave it a softer gray. And I love how that turned out. And then of course from my stash of alphas, I selected these silver chipboard pieces. Then the year 2019 comes from a Felicity Jane collection of alphas. I love to get my little tiny alphas from Felicity Jane. I love them. So I added the year right there. Then this little silver circle comes from this alpha set. A lot of times these alpha sets will have little circles, little wonky squares, diamonds. So you can use those items. I've had like little dash, oblong dash type things, several of them, where you can add those as touches of embellishments on your layout. That's where I'm trying to go with that. So I added that. Then I used Nuva Mica Mist in the Silver Smoke, and just added a little bit of glimmer here in the upper left corner, and then down over here in the right. All right, so I have another memory documented. Love it, love it, love it. All right, be sure to check out the other ladies. I have their links listed below. Give us a thumbs up, share our channel, encourage people to subscribe to our channel, and come back tomorrow for day 14.